The present moment is so much deeper than we realise. Our life seems to exist on a materialistic plane, and that's all we are. So many people are focused on the objects in the world, the structures of the world, what we see, what we smell, what we touch. But in my experience, reality is so much deeper than that. It's almost like the ocean, where if you're just paddling or you're swimming on the surface of the ocean and you don't realise that there's all this depth to the ocean, well, physical reality is pretty much exactly the same thing. Reality itself is so much deeper. We actually enter that through listening or feeling. They are entry points into accessing the deeper part of reality. And I think the reason why this is disconnected from so many people is because we've put so much weight, so much attention to this mind of ours. Our minds are brilliant, but our minds are also extremely limited. Our minds work very well with looking at structures of reality. They work very well with the shadows of reality, as I like to call it. But to access the deeper part of reality, you really need to switch off your mind. You really need to go inwards. Because your inner reality is intimately connected to reality that we see, smell and touch and feel. And if you start practicing being aware, being present, being in the moment, you will start to loosen your grip with the mind, loosen the grip with the thinking mind, always analysing, always having to work everything out, always having to structure, plan, control. And what you start to realise then is that you start to have more alertness. If you practice this presence in the moment, you're much more alert of what's happening, and that alertness becomes a gateway into the deeper part of reality or into your inner world. Silence is a wonderful way of accessing this. More silence in your life, less thought, more thoughtless awareness. Thoughtless awareness is almost a higher form of understanding. You're not locked in the shackles of a mindset. Not boxed yourself in to one way of thinking, one way of perceiving reality, one way of understanding. So what you start to realise over time then is if you start practicing presence and you start to loosen your grip with the mind itself, your alertness starts to amplify, your awareness of the moment is increased. And you start to realise then that the mind was always a huge distraction and it was never me. And there's another layer to this, because reality itself, as you start to go deeper into reality through your awareness and your presence, you go deeper within yourself. You have a better understanding of who you are. You feel more sensitized to how you're feeling, instead of maybe feeling a bit more numbed. Thinking all the time takes you out of your body, takes you out of feeling, makes you more disconnected, makes you more separated. So once you start going deeper into reality, you feel more connected. You feel more unified with life. Everything starts to sort of feel a bit easier. There's less of a narrative that's weighing me down, that's causing a story to make me feel, uncomfortable. Everything is right here, right now. And it's all so simple. It really is. You could watch 10 to 15 videos on all this where people just talk and talk and talk. And what they do, they're giving you mental exercises. But it's actually creating more complication than needs to be. These signposts are so simple for a reason. It's to create that detachment from the mind and create you more into the moment. Moving the attention away from the mind into reality and into your body.